Hello, welcome to my journal entry for today, which is Monday, August 11th, 2025. Time of day is 22:06 hours. Another picture perfect textbook, beautiful day. 4 in a row. Perfect heat, not too hot, 86 to 89. Humidity bearable, gentle breeze, relative quiet around. And then the night is just as good. It turns into a liquid night. It's just like this kind of weather at night. It's hard for me to come in. I just keep wanting to stay out and look at the moon, stars, talk, just be out there, sitting there. Not inside, but I have to come inside. I do realize that. So, I'm also happy to say that my back is much better. Not 100%. I reckon I'm still hanging around the 95-ish percentile, but I'm still being careful with it because I don't want to go through that shit again. It's a lot of time. I still feel it sometimes when I walk a little bit here or there. Speaking of walking, I really was feeling it here, there, and everywhere was yesterday. Natasha and I went to hiking on a trail, South Mountain. It was one of the worst footing, I guess, whatever you can call it, on the whole trail. It was one of the worst surfaces, if not the worst surface I've ever walked on in my life, or went up and down on in my life. It was filled with huge boulders and rocks. I mean, things like the size of this, big rocks like that, some even bigger than cinder blocks, and a whole bunch of little jagged ones like this size. The whole trail, you're going steep up, and it sucked because the whole time, instead of hiking and going up a trail and stuff and looking around and exploring and stuff, I couldn't do that. I had to watch where my feet were going the whole way, up and down. Such a drag, man. It was so nice. And it started hurting after a while. But, so we did that yesterday. And it was cool, except for that part. I have a new hobby, I don't know what to call it, but I'm fairly addicted to doing it a lot. What is that thing? You'll never guess. Watering the lawn. For some reason, I get sometimes almost in a hypnotic trance. I go out there and stand in the sun, the hose with the cool little fire hose nozzle really shoots it. And I just sit there in the sun, thinking about stuff and everything, thinking things cool. And I'm just I'm getting addicted to it. I'm taking it personal. I want to revive all of the dead grass, burnt grass in the whole yard, front, side, and back of here at the fortress. And I just did it. I must have did it about at least 5 times today. Little, 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there, a few minutes here, and then a few times, I couldn't be there, but I just turned the hose on, hooked it up on top of something, let it go for half hour, 2 hours, and it's working because it hasn't even been a full 7 days yet. Maybe it's coming up on 7 days tomorrow since I started this little thing of mine, watering and taking an interest in it. And I'd say a good 30% of it has already started to come back green, and it's started to all fill out. And I noticed even today, I mean, as I was doing it so often or something, but I could swear sections of it started to come back to color like in real time, like within a few hours. I'd go away, stop, forget about it. Well, I'll come back and I'm like, damn, that thing shrunk a little bit already. So I know, fascinating, riveting information about me watering the lawn. But you know what? Again, remember, this is not for you really so much as it is for me, the journal entries, for me to log and say things in my star log every day as I keep my video journal. And as far as it being for other people, well, of course I don't mind sharing it, but that's why I'm doing that. But so what I'm saying this all is because sometimes the content is very boring. You know, I don't have anything really new or update to say. I'm not going to make shit up. That's horrible. Other times there's a lot of cool things I want to report and say and do, and sometimes that'll lead to something else I'm talking about or whatever, and I'll keep going from there. But you know, just I guess that's a good thing, because I've also started to feel nice and peaceful a little bit in my mind, you know, like more relaxed, not as hurried and stuff. So that's that. Books, man. I'm hot, I'm sweaty. I did not even shower yet. So I'm going to do that. And that's it. And it's, you know, good night, John Boy. Because I still, too, working on getting to bed earlier and earlier, a little bit every night. And it's been all right, because I have not had, I think the past couple of nights, at least 2 or 3 in a row, I was definitely not up past 0300. I was either sleeping by 0300 or something like that, laying in bed and soon after. So that's also a big little move for me, because I'm taking that from you know, where I would never watch it, and I'd go to bed anytime, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, you know, 6, 8, you know, that had no kind of what structure to it the day, you know, back then. I don't know. Well, I think I'm going to sign off now, because that's about it. That's all for up to today that I can think of. And if anything else, I could also make another video, or just wait till tomorrow. I don't know. But in time, I'll know if that makes any sense. Everything doesn't have to make sense anymore. I'm also realizing that. Okay, now it's time to stop and go shower. Jason is out 22:15 hours.